Well, the former Prime Minister of Belgium, Yves Leterme, told me about his expectations for this climate pledge.
It's right that there has been a range of international summits with lots of pledges, but then after 6 months, a year, 2 years, we see that the pledges are not followed up by real commitments and by transfer of money. And so I think Macron, as the inviting host, is very conscious of that. He said that also in interviews, so I think they will take care of that. I hope so, because it's crucial.
We've seen a rather mixed bag, if I can put it like that, when it comes to geopolitical relationships this week. I mean, how important is it that the world's two largest economies work together on this, that they're on the same page?
I think it's important that China and the US work closely together. It's not sufficient, though. I'm not such a strong believer in the balance of powers between US and China. I think if we really want to revive, redynamize the multilateral framework and multilateralism as such, we have to come to a real, more pluralistic approach. I think G20 is a better setting for that. So I think it's a good, interesting first step if China and US again manage to have a connection, have a dialogue, a respectful, fair dialogue, open dialogue. So that's good, but it's not sufficient. I think we should break out of this bipolar structure of geopolitics.
You're a seasoned political observer, a former prime minister with substantial experience in the international political field. I mean, how do you evaluate Europe's current relationship with China in what's frankly been a rather difficult time? And what is your outlook for this relationship over the coming years?
I think in a couple of decades we will look back at the period so to say, 1995 to 2015, more or less, as the golden decades, the two golden decades of EU-China relations. I think it's important now that we resume that path of win-win cooperation. The concept of shared societies is a good concept to promote, and I think that on behalf, at the side of the European Union, we really should integrate in whatever decision-making on key domains, key issues, that the EU only has a chance to tackle its challenges and to tackle global challenges, to be productive in that field, under the condition that it, very well cooperates with China. It is one thing, for instance, to announce very ambitious targets, objectives in terms of CO2 emission reduction, but you have to draw as a consequence that you have very constructively to cooperate with China. And for instance, that institutional frameworks, treaties like the Comprehensive Agreement on Investment, but also in other domains that you have to have a more constructive attitude. I think an important step was already taken to not to talk anymore about decoupling. It's more now about de-risking. But please don't abuse the fair security concerns and the defense of some interests of European citizens. Don't mix it up with pure protectionism.